Greetings, Technologians! Another year, another SSG Elections. But this year is not your usual SSG Elections because of the pandemic. And you may be wondering how will you meet the future leaders that will serve the Technologian community. And with that, the Technologian will make sure that your vote will count. We bring you head-to-head with the SSG Standard Bearers 2021. With us today is the Secretary-General candidate from the Union of Nation Builders and Innovators for Transparency, Empowerment, and Development, or more commonly known as United. Here is Jan Peolo Gargaran. Jan Peolo Gargaran is a second-year architecture student at the College of Engineering and Architecture and a member of the United Architects of the Philippines Student Auxiliary CIT University Chapter. He has 4 years of experience as a Technologian. He was a part of the success of the recently concluded Civil Engineering and Architecture Student Conference and the ongoing Tindig, a collaboration between UAPSA CITU and UAPSA SWU. During his senior high school, he was chosen to be the president and the chairman of the CITU SHS Young Artists Society and the Digital Arts category respectively. Currently, he is a layout artist of the Graphics Committee Core Group of the United Architects of the Philippines Student Auxiliary CITU Chapter and also an editor for United. He was also a former graphic and layout artist of the Technologian. Running for SSG Secretary-General under the blue banner of United, here is Jan Peolo Gargaran. Are you ready, Peolo?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Alright, so here we go.
In this current setup of online learning, I have realized that students have a hard time catching up to their teachers because of connectivity issues or financial issues. That is why in our platform Stop in Student Success and Engagement, we will be planning to expand the SSG scholarships from the video administration who catered to Technologians for just the scholarships, and in Puerto administration catering 20 scholars. Now in Catalonia's administration, hopefully if he wins, we will be catering more, if not to continue the SSG scholarships and cater their needs in their online learning. Also, we will be providing books and financial subsidies for students who are deserving to be enrolled in CIT University. Next, we will be having the implementation of an online platform, the Discord server. This will engage the students in a collaborative discussion and sharing of ideas that is casual in nature. Unlike in MS Teams, we have a formal view of the platform. MS Teams is targeted for business meetings and conferences. That is why in the Discord server, it will be more casual and easy for students to communicate and interact with their students, and as well as share peer-to-peer learning. Also, we have in student success and engagement, we will be implementing the online essential kits for every department. In my case, as an architecture student, I have a hard time collating and collecting a large amount of templates, PDFs, ebooks, and other journals that will help me aid in my academic study. So in our platform, we will be providing an online essential kit. This will encompass ebooks, PDFs, and other essential materials needed for every student. This will aid them in their online learning and studies. Back in 2020, ni-chat si Zion ako actually. He asked me, Pio, dagan SSG. At first, I hesitated. I said no. Flashback to 2018, John Dale Catalonia, Kata, asked me to run as an officer in the Supreme Student Council. I also declined. Why? Because I was afraid. I was doubtful. I was skeptic. I questioned my ability as a leader. It took me a whole week to answer to Catalonia to say no. As for Zion, back in December 2020, after the final exam, I finally said yes. After a whole week of thinking and contemplating whether I should run as a Secretary-General, I said yes to him. because I did not do it for myself. I did it for the Technologians. I've heard their concerns. I know their problems because I myself felt that. I myself experienced their struggles, their problems, their stress, the pressure. That's why I ran, because someone somehow should step up to address these problems. And I, Jan Peolo Gargaran, am willing to step up and face the challenge of becoming your next Secretary-General. As a Secretary-General, I am advocating for organization empowerment and development. That's why in our platforms, the organization empowerment and development, we will be providing a student organization subsidies for deserving organizations to allow them to capacitate their programs and events for the students and the Technologians. Personally, I have been working with UAPSA, CITU, and one of the problems we've been facing is the lack of financial support. That is why in the next Congress, we will be implementing a student organization subsidy that will aid them and assist them financially to implement programs and events beneficial for the Technologians. Okay, now, the position of the Secretary-General before was through appointments of the President. However, in the Quibiddo administration, it was amended that the Secretary-General will be elected, is an elected position. That's why our first elected Secretary-General was Cara Nicole Aves under the administration of Impuerto and in the 36th Congress. That's why the position of a Secretary-General is fairly new to others, and I myself questioned that last year because all I know was that the elected positions were the President and the Vice President. I didn't know that the Secretary-General also is an elected position. That is why in our platform, the good governance and transparency, I will be very visual and active in our next Congress, essentially, because my position is not limited to keeping the minutes of the meeting, to collate documents, but also I have also the power to initiate programs and events that is beneficial for the Technologians. Technologians, I myself have been working with other organizations. I have been working with higher officers in the APSA CITU. Personally, I enjoyed every bit of it. I have met a lot of people and my whole network has expanded. I have met wholesome people that I wish I have met sooner. And I wish you do too, because the fulfillment that you will feel once you've joined these organizations in or out of the bounds of the CIT University, you will be open to a lot of opportunities, a lot of progress. You will progress yourself, and these opportunities will help you learn and grow and essentially be yourself more. As a Secretary-General, I will be working together with the President and the Vice President. Hopefully, we will have Catalonia and Baclayan as my workmates. And I can offer them a quality service, and also I will help provide them the opportunities that they deserve. Because in our advocacies, we will, together with the Technologians, we shall elevate to the top. And together with the Technologians, we will be empowering them and also develop them to continue their academics, to support them, and to help them meet their goals and to meet their goals and objectives as a student.
So for the
Okay, according to the SSG Constitution, in Article 6, Section 14, the Secretary-General's role is to provide and report to the President and also to meet with other cabinet members to fulfill the goals and objectives of the SSG to the Supreme Student Government. However, my role as Secretary-General is not bounded by the Constitution or the provisions set by the Constitution. I have also the ability to initiate programs, to initiate events, and initiate different advocacies to help the Technologian community. As stated in the Constitution, the Secretary-General can function in the Supreme Student Government depending on what the President will assign to him. And as a Secretary-General, I will provide my utmost service to the Technologian community and provide them the opportunities that they deserve. As I've said before, I have worked with the APSA and we've been troubled in financial support. I myself, as a working committee in the events, I have been experiencing problems myself because we can't implement the programs and the events without financial support. I personally suggested this to CATA to provide subsidies to student organizations depending on how will they formulate and organize the events. And once they're deserving and it's highly beneficial for the students, I hope that these student subsidies, these student organization subsidies, will help them create the events and programs that's really beneficial for the Technologians. Technologians, this May 6 to 8, don't forget to exercise your power to vote, and I hope that you'll vote for the competent, for the deserving, and for the most prepared candidates for the elections. And I hope this May 6 to 8, you'll vote for Cabaga, Catalonia, Baclayon, and Gargaran as your executive committee, and also vote for the 36 deserving candidates and representatives of different departments. Vote blue, go blue, all blue. Thank you.